That's the ball guys, right?
Yes.
I try to remove the
He did
goblins.
not
My
take
goblin season.
he did not take leap, unlike the other one.
And today's non sequitur is that's the ball guys, right?
Nice.
The
It's
Oh.
coming
big
close.
old ball.
It's coming closer.
Oh boy. It would have been better if it had happened right after I had turned on the mic, but there was a little bit of a silence, but yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, it's been a while. Welcome back
Yep.
to Curse of Strahd, Session 11. Who would have thought we'd do this for 11 episodes?
I did.
Eh. You weren't even there for the first ones.
Yeah, but since episode 5?
Something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, since it has been a month, let's get our viewership back up to speed then, shall we? Assuming you haven't just come back from watching the previous episode, which, frankly, why would you? I get very little viewership on these things. The party, having met once again in the Blue Water Inn in the town of Valaki, was having a deep conversation about the plans they would be having moving forward with Irena, her brother Ismark, and where they wanted to go to try to evade the intentions of the vampire Strahd von Zarevich. The proprietress Danica Martikov recently revealed to be a were-raven and a member of a local kindness of were-ravens. Yes, that is the proper word for this. A kindness of were-ravens.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. That's in the book.
That's a bunch of ravens, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You know,
Yeah.
a group of
murder.
crows is called a murder. A group of were-ravens is called a kindness.
What is a group of ravens called?
I'm assuming
murder.
Kindness.
I'm not entirely sure. You can look that up after I'm done giving the recap.
Okay.
You were also advised by a old half-elf carnival man whom you assumed was just a carnival man, but he revealed himself to be an old vampire hunter. Here, Rictavio van Richten, who is known about Strahd and has investigated this land very carefully over his time here, offering his various wisdoms. He has suggested a few places for you to go. You could either revisit Kresk, or, after learning about Kitsu's strange companion, who momentarily took over her body double, with the crazed sort of pinstripe suit wearing entity that you do not remember if you were formally introduced to. But von Richten suggested perhaps you could find more information in the Amber Temple. Danica Martikov also impressed by your slaying of the witch Baba Lysaga, but confused as to why you thought she was connected to the Druids, directed you to Yester Hill, an old druidic burial ground south of the Wizard of Wine's winery. While you were still discussing this, however, Kitsu alerted to you first to the arrival of Strahd von Zarevich himself, flanked by a number of werewolves. Having the rest of the pack surround the inn, you you took positions, defensive positions, and up to the point that another werewolf, wearing fine clothes and wielding a long black glass knife, attempted to kidnap Irena. You managed to fight him off and chase him away, nearly ending him right then. But pulling he stabs him, transforms into what looks to be a strange shadow demon, and flies away. Turning your attention to the remaining werewolves, Kostya is fighting the one that actually got in. Toll dealing with the ones outside with Theo. Kitsu helping the others escape and misty stepping into a barrel of alcohol as she gets immediately drunk for not having the constitution of, well, a housefly. But Van Richten, Irena, and Ismark were able to escape. Chip, holding his line at the door, having a bit of a philosophical discussion and combat with Strahd as much as an actual combat, stood his ground bravely and valiantly until such time as the Count decided that enough was enough. He had been thwarted long enough. He grabs Chip's head and casts Blight directly into his face, dropping him into unconsciousness. And it is there that we return to. That is the wrong screen that I needed to zoom in on.
It is Toll's turn.
Hmm.
It's not here.
Yep, so we are going to skip him and go to Theo.
Toll flew around, turning into Burb.
Toll takes this opportunity to try out a new trick of his and transforms completely into a raven. And is keeping an eye from above as to the rest of the werewolf pack and the vampire himself.
Can I pick up this barrel?
You can certainly try. That would be a strength check to do so. All right.
I don't think I'm raging.
This
Actually, I think you
I think-
were.
you still are. It would be after this turn if you don't attack something that you'd stop. This is the turn immediately after you just blasted something and ran over here.
Yep.
So you'd still be raging.
So yeah, you would have advantage on that. So 22.
So
Fortunately for
I ha-
you, the barrel.
have it?
Fortunately for you, the barrel was only about a third full. You do remember them saying that they were running low on wine. You were able to lift it up, enough that you can carry it well and get through. You can, in fact,
Only 1/3 full? That's a shame. It's gonna hurt way less when I throw it at that werewolf.
All right, make another strength check to throw the barrel.
Oh no.
That's not very good.
Because the barrel is so oddly balanced with it being as empty as it is, you don't quite get the angle that you want it to, and it ends up but you do end up throwing with enough force that you can smash it against the. It smashes against the bar right here, spraying Kostya and the werewolf, and you even, with a spray of harmless splinters and wine.
Guessing that was my attack?
You've done two. It was two strength checks, so yes. But you. So, leaping over the counter of the bar, you stand beside Kostya and probably stare down the werewolf. Meanwhile, it seems Butter, your friendly snack, is going to go help Kitsu.
And slurp up all of the wine that was along the way.
Butter is now a Chardonnay snack.
Oh, he's such a snack.
Rich, buttery, smooth.
With a hint of wood.
It's a bit oaky, a little florally, and you get a little hint of peach on the end.
So is Butters also a wine douche?
Butters is only a wine douche because I took a wine course in college, so shut up.
Wait. Oh,
I went for hospitality management and culinary arts.
oh.
Werewolves. The one inside is going to continue looking at this instance. Look at and seeing Kostya still being more injured through this fight. Let's see. Lycan, HHAKL. I should have had this open to werewolf, but I forgot.
Oh yeah, the bless on Kitsu is been expired. Or not the bless. What is the thing I have on her?
It's the drunk
Let's see.
symbol.
No,
a
it's
cup of wine.
There it is.
Wait, sanctuary still would be because it's a minute. It's a minute without concentration.
Well,
That's
you
what it is.
also are on. You also are unconscious.
Well, it's just says a minute. It doesn't say I have to actually be around.
All right.
All
Yeah.
it says is a minute.
So it's
like
not
a buffet.
It's not concentration.
No.
Okay.
That's why I was going to check. Because, like, wait, is that concentration? No, it isn't, apparently. It's just duration, a minute. Cool.
All right. So the werewolf, now that I've opened the stat block proper, is going to make an attack against Kostya.
Uh-oh.
Bum.
Here's my dice roller. I need that. Uh, 14.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. The werewolf also being a little bit more panicked in this situation is going to go for a bite. And a second attack. $14 again.
Yeah.
All right. So werewolf is going to take a few steps forward. Then this one's going to run away more because he doesn't want to fight anything else. Nothing else is in the other. So there we go.
What
Where?
does Strahd do?
It's not his.
John's turn is not his turn.
So with
Or are you
that,
asking about the werewolf next to Strahd?
Oh, I was looking at the turn order on.
no worries. So next, the werewolf next to Strahd is gonna make a play for Chip lying on the ground. Stay your fangs, beast. This one will come himself. Chip. As the magic of the blight spell has ravaged your form, you have fallen unconscious at the feet of the vampire. You find yourself floating in the void.
Oy.
Shapes, colors, they coalesce into your mind in what appears to be a vague shape of a face. You can't quite make it out, but it almost feels like it's calling to you. Make a death save. Failing your first death save, you almost hear the faint echoes. Can't quite make out what's being said, but you feel that you're being beckoned to follow this figure. Kitsu's drunk on the floor. Well, if I'd known that she was that much of a lightweight. Yeah, well, don't start that yet. Butter is just gonna like, what is Butter gonna try to do to help?
Butters is gonna leave.
Butter just fucks off. All right.
He's fucking not gonna help me survive. I'm out.
Kostya, your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack the werewolf in front of me.
All right.
There's an
18 hits
Yay.
for 10 points of piercing damage. As you find in a spot in its, you find a spot in its hide and just twist your sword, causing the weapon. He's looking almost, almost done for himself.
Alright, my another attack.
All right,
13.
13 hits.
Ooh, let's go.
For 6 points of piercing damage. As the werewolf is whining, turns around in a violent fit of desperate rage, lunges at you snarling. You draw your sword and just slip it right into his open jaw, skewering it as the point of his sword erupts from the back of his skull.
Okay, come on, we must go. We must go right now. And then he makes a dash word. 1, 5. Oh, well, he just sees Kitsu on the ground. He's like, okay.
Nobody knows how dry I am.
Okay, well, okay, so next, he's just gonna step out. And that's it, I end my turn.
All right. Strahd's turn. Leave the fool to his fate. We have other game to hunt. Steps away.
How one of them? She's going the wrong way. Serena, the lady's the other way.
Don't tell him that.
Sick. Yep, there we go. And he's taking his other 2 werewolves with him. Toll. Going to make his way, perch on top, and fly over here, perching on top of the roof, just over this overhang.
No, don't give him a potion. He's gonna die.
Theo.
Doesn't Toll have the potion?
He does, but he's also further away. So you can, and he's above. There's an awning So he
That's what the
can't
dotted
see
line
things
is.
that's going. So he can't see anything that's going on down there.
Yeah, he
But
just sees Strahd and two werewolves flying, walking away.
So I didn't attack last turn, so my rage ended. So let's go 1, 2.
Well, you did
3.
attack. You threw the barrel as
Right? A barrel. Yeah, it's not like an attack. 5.
It didn't hurt anyone.
It's fine. Yeah, he's running away. It's fine. I throw the boomerang. No,
You
I'm gonna yell. Yeah, I could, but I won't. I'm gonna yell. Toll, bring me a potion. Chip is not okay. Chip's gonna die. He's not okay. I assume she can't fucking hear me.
Yep. He flies down, lands at your feet, sort of looks at you, cocks his head to one side. He's still a raven.
He wouldn't have access to his inventory as a raven, wouldn't he?
I don't acknowledge a bird. Is he a special kind of raven, or is he just normal raven? The bird just landed next to me. Are you tall?
The werewolves turn. That one gets away. These ones
Turn around and start trying to murder everyone.
just following Strahd. Chip.
Don't roll a 1.
Maintaining your space in the void. The lights and colors begin to coalesce more into what appears to be like a female shape. You still can't make out the details. But it appears that she's holding her hand out towards you. The faint echoes coming through the void. Roll your death save.
Don't go into the light, Chip. Come back to us, you horse.
Succeeding on your first death save, you're now 1-1. You almost reach out forward, but pull your hand back. You feel something stirring in yourself, though. You're able to croak out a single word.
What? What are you trying to say, Chip? Say it into my ear. What did he say?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Dust.
Oh my god, I get the dust in his. You know what I'm talking about. The item he has. Is it my
Kitsu
turn?
is still drunk. Was like, you don't get to just run away without me.
They're moving farther as we speak.
I can see that.
Are you sure? Kostya puts up two fingers. How many fingers am I holding up? Can you see this?
If you stop moving, I'll tell you.
Okay. He's gonna check the barn.
You entering into the barn, you see a couple of stables, a ladder up to into the upper side, a large draft horse in a
Free horse?
just standing there, almost a bit agitated at hearing the sounds coming from around him, or her rather. You see a nameplate, Drusilla.
Sorry, the little graffiti there.
Oh boy.
Can I attempt to calm Drusilla down?
Yes, you can. Make an animal handling check.
All right. 19.
A few soft words, a gentle pat on the neck and shoulder. The horse wasn't panicking so much, she was just worried and uncomfortable. You're able to calm her down with a minimal amount of effort. She just sort of whinnies, nickers, nudges your hand with her nose. She appears to love the intention.
Why?
Yeah, I will try and lead the horse out of the stable.
Okay.
Grand Theft Horse.
Wait,
Brand
hold on. Where did where did Bardikov go to? I forgot.
GTE Grand Theft Equine.
Horse.
No, it's GTE Grand Theft Equine.
You know they hang horse thieves, right?
He's a
That
Dampier.
vampire.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, Red Dampier.
Who said it wasn't his horse?
Yeah, I'm not stealing it. I'm just borrowing it. It'll come back.
I would like to
sometime.
point out that you did that exact same thing with another horse owned by this very family.
Wait, the same family that owns the.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brewery. They're all the Bardikovs. Hey, if they own two
Okay.
horses, or three horses,
They have a
they own-
monopoly of horses in this city. We're helping the people. Can I please try to save Chip now?
Well, that's to go to other people's turns first.
Yep.
Because it's Strahd and then it's Toll.
Then it's Toll.
Toll isn't here.
Hey, Theo, you watch as Strahd and the few remaining vampires that you can see walk off into the dark and mist. Virginia. Toll looks up at Theo, cocks his head, transforms back into his hybrid self, large raven wings folding back behind him. What? Trying to think what he makes an organ sound.
Oh no.
Oh,
Or something like that. Close enough.
Perfect.
Note to self: get FenN a soundboard. Theo.
Alright. Like, I don't even know what happened behind me, but okay, I'm just gonna search Chip for the bag with the dust.
All right. You take a moment, make an investigation check. You're not quite sure where it is. You know Chip has been looking at that and studying it for the past day, but you don't know where he's sequestered it just yet.
oh
Still.
my god.
It's my turn then.
Yeah. And we are now no longer in turn order. I'm going to delete the wall of flame because that doesn't need to be there anymore. All right. So, with that, Kostya,
Yes.
what are you still attempting to walk away with the horse?
Yeah.
All right,
Technically, taking it to the people that ran away, aren't we?
The horse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna get the horse out of here so I can put Kitsu on the like stow Kitsu on her.
all right.
It's not. I didn't just come here to steal a horse and run.
Yeah, not just.
Yeah. Wait. Also, I completely forgot where Danica went.
Don't we need the turn order because he's doing death saving throws?
That's actually true.
And
Could
I
you
think
just help with? Could you not just help him up?
no,
Actually,
he's
yeah,
he's attempting
I'm
to.
trying.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Yep.
if that's the case, then that's true. So, Chip. After Theo, it's Chip.
5% chance to die. No roll one.
The colors and lights in the void begin to make more sense to you. Coming together, they appear to look like some kind of a holy woman or something. A simple brown habit, a pulled up hood. The hand extended to you reaches closer. It almost looks like it's covered in a bit of fur, almost like paw pads.
Oh.
Roll a death save.
It's actually a roof. She's a horse. Mom? Is that you?
Pulling back again, resisting the temptation to take this entity's hand. You get a brief glimpse of your situation. You're lying, sore and broken, on the steps of the inn. Theo, rapidly and rifling through your pockets and pouches. Toll, standing above you, thankfully not making any sort of like organ or Thomas the Tank Engine sounds. You manage to force out another single word.
But. No, sorry.
He would say. Really, he's wearing a backpack, so it would be. That's what he would say. He'd say backpack.
All right. Oh, I was focusing on the exact wrong thing. The problem with having two computers, like, I'm looking at my DM stuff, but I'm not paying attention to what I'm broadcasting. So that whole that whole scene was just staring at Kostya with a horse.
I mean,
While,
you found a new friend.
yeah, he did. Meanwhile, Kostya, Kitsu. Yeah, I'm gonna leave me behind on that. I'm just as much here as you are. Not from the way you sounded there, Moonlight. Kostya.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah. As I said, I am attempting to lead the horse out of the thing.
All right. Make another animal handling check.
Come on now, be nice. Wow, exact same roll.
The horse, yeah, the horse for some reason is liking you, and is willing to follow you out for the moment at least.
For some reason.
Just lead him out here. Good. And wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will be right back. I will get the. I was going to say my friend, but not really. And I guess that's the end of my turn. I don't know
All
what else to
right.
Charm the horse.
do.
I mean, that's what we were trying to do. Great success.
Collections, my campaigns. This is what I forgot to grab up. Everybody's character sheets. All right. Toll, on hearing the word backpack, is going to move Chip around and and manage to get his backpack off of him. And we'll be using the help action with you, Theo, to help look through this thing. So so on your turn, roll another investigation check with advantage.
That's an 11.
That is less than I had hoped, but you do have a 0 in investigation.
And
Taking it.
quick
Taking
check
it.
of what Toll has for investigation.
Let's.
8. He has a
Yep.
+8. So if Ben had been
I
here,
mean-
it would have been so much better.
If Ben rolled a 1, he would have rolled a 9. I do like this Snake Boy do this thing.
Right.
Just like tossing stuff out of your bag. One of your like precious little trinket just fell in the well. I'm so sorry about this. Like fucking broke a jar.
A frying pan just flies in a direction.
I hit toe with it. Sorry. It's like
Shit.
it's like my mother's purse can fight anything.
Your vision fades back into the void again, Chip. As you vaguely grasp your friends rifling through your backpack. But now, the image is becoming far more clear. The woman beckoning towards you, now reaching with both of her hands. Chip, my son. Make a death save.
Oh no.
You turn towards
boy.
this entity, looking up. The deep brown eyes, tearing up at the corners, tears beginning to run down her cheeks. Appears leaving rivulets, what appears to be more fur on what appear on like a muzzled face. Kitsu is still drunk. Now you see here, Moonlight, this is what happens when you let your player just go off to Walmart when everyone else is ready to start. You know that? Oh, you nameless fuck, you shut up, you know? It's a good thing I like you, girl. Kostya.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will attempt to pick Kitsu up.
All right. Make a strength check to get her off of the ground and onto the horse.
16.
You're able to get Kitsu off of the ground, or halfway off of the wall as she's been leaning, and start
Okay,
work.
easy does it.
And
Don't throw up on the horse.
You start working her up onto the large animal, who doesn't appear to be used to or comfortable with the idea of being ridden.
Put her up on it and just slap its ass really hard.
Yeah.
You find a dark urge to hit the
Oh,
horse in the
boy.
head.
Oh, don't make me roll that.
Oh my god. Should I roll?
No, don't do it. Kitsu's gonna die.
If you roll a 1, then it will happen. Anything else, it won't.
All right. Well, you were able to get Kitsu onto the horse, who, like I said, doesn't appear to be all that used to or comfortable with the idea of being ridden. It seems like this actually was a pack animal and not a riding horse.
Don't think of it as like
Yeah.
being ridden. Think of it as like you have like a bag on you.
Yeah, Kitsu.
I don't think Kitsu would be on it in a riding position, but more in a
Baggage position.
yes.
See?
Well, it still would be uncomfortable until you animal handling it to calm it.
Okay.
I guess it's also a naked horse, so you're just putting it on the horse.
Yeah, just a bareback Kitsu just being like flopped over it.
All right. Can I maybe roll another animal handling to just to make sure the horse is comfier.
Do you have a rope?
Want me to tie Kitsu up?
Go ahead
Yes,
and
to the
roll the
horse.
animal handling. Note to self, don't put your water bottle that clear
So-
that near to your
So she
towel.
doesn't fall.
Oh, there you go.
See, you could have tied her to the horse.
It's fine. Think-
Oh my God.
I'm laying Kitsu down like.
Your animal handling rules are so good.
More a few more gentle and soothing pats, some more words, but more just the confidence with which you're doing and your ability to ease the minds of this animal. You're able to lead her away, with Kitsu on it. It's with no trouble whatsoever. No bridle or reins either. This is just the horse is just following you at your touch.
Horse whisperer.
I know I know a couple of people that actually have horses that would love to have these roles. Let me tell you.
All right. Well, I guess Kostya doesn't know that Chip is dead, but he's gonna assume they're all fine over there, and start leading the horse towards where the rest of those guys are.
All right.
He's gonna follow the path up north.
Yep. All right. Whoop. Hello. You eventually make your way and will eventually catch up with the Van Richten, Irena, and Ismark. Toll is going to continue to help search for this item.
Alright,
So
at this
Theo,
point,
Theo, for this, you're going to roll with advantage, and Toll is also going to roll.
I'm gonna do something else. I'm just gonna dump everything in his bag on the floor. Then it's gonna be impossible not to find.
All right, dumping everything on his bag.
Do
I
I see
roll
the
that?
bag of dust?
Oh, there it goes. Roll your
Hilarious that Toll is rolling
Roll
just as good as you, but
roll
is
perception.
significantly better.
Roll perception. Perception as you're quickly like glancing through everything that you just dumped out.
21.
At the same time, both you and Toll find this silken bag, and both reach for it. You found the dust that Chip has been going over for these last few days, this last day, or however long.
Roll the
it's
same
been.
thing. Which one of us grabs it?
You both do.
Yes.
Yes, I grab it.
You just grab each other's hands, start holding hands.
You look
I'm gonna-
deeply into each other's eyes. Like a violin starts playing in the distance.
I'm gonna open the bag.
The inside of the bag still holding that fine sand.
I'm gonna put my pinky into the sand, just like the little tip of it.
It tingles a little bit.
I'm gonna put it into my tongue,
It tingles a lot a bit.
and I'm gonna dump it out on Chip. The whole thing on Chip, on his face, on his body, on his mouth.
All right. Chip,
It doesn't do anything?
hang on. The void, the lights, the shapes, it's all finally coalesced. The shape in front of you has taken on the full form, sharp in your mind's eye. This dog-featured woman, elongated muzzle, cold nose, tears streaming down the sides of her face. It's like both of her hands reaching towards you, begging you almost. My son, come. We can finally be together again. Don't leave your mother to this torment. As you hear this, you suddenly the void erupts in light. Your form, your soul feels a warmth. You're drawn back to the mortal world, still with images of this, of whom you can only conclude to be your mother, seared into your mind. As you are drawn from the void back into the real world. Theo, Toll, you watch as the dust glows and almost melts into Chip. You watch as it expands, folds, forms around him. You watch as the mass seems to become smaller. It looks almost as if he's losing about a good half of his body size.
Oh my god, he's dying! He's melting.
You watch as what was his centaurish flanks just almost like are covered and are absorbed into him, even as some of it falls off in grayish ashen dust.
We might have
As
killed him though.
the light flashes brighter and fades, comes in and out, brighter, dimmer, brighter and dimmer, as you watch as would appear as the form of your friend changes. As as the light finally comes down around him, Chip is no longer a centaur, but rather he has more canid features: a longer muzzle, cold nose, long pointed ears. His hair is still the same ashen blonde, but the hair from around his centaur horse parts has now fully covered his body, giving him the furry, that brown fur muzzle covering his face. His armor now seemingly fitting significantly better as it did before.
Way up she rises, way up she rises.
Yeah.
Are you a dog?
Find time for you to show up, Kitsu.
Way up she rises early in the morning.
Right in the big dramatic reveal. Chip,
Is he a tabaxi?
you come back to consciousness. 1 HP.
Oh no.
Now I get to change your token stuff.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, is that a raccoon? If anyone asks, it was fucking Strahd that did it to him, okay? It wasn't us. No one saw it.
Yay, little dog Chip.
Oh my god, he was turned into a werewolf.
Little dog Chip.
A dog, a snake, and a bird walk into a bar. Oh, he looks so cute. I like dog Chip better.
God dang it, and it still's got that size issue.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pick up baby Chip on my arms and gonna say I'm gonna protect you with my life.
He is considerably shorter.
He was small for a second.
Well, he is.
What is he? What am I looking at actually?
It's
Are you a dog?
basically yes.
So Chip was
Dang it.
centaur half were-dog thing. or
So,
something.
would you want to explain the new Chip? Or
Yeah, he is what is called a cantle. It's basically a dog-like person, like basically a person, and they have dog features. They are a bit hard to actually describe, actually. 'Cause
So it's not just like a dog version of a tabaxi.
no, they do have like better senses because they are a dog. So yeah. Oh, and to make it just a little bit worse on you now, it is harder to resist my spells because I have more wisdom because of the race change.
Because he's a
Do
good
we-
boy.
Yes.
He's such a
He
good boy.
also has advantage on persuasion,
I
but
thought you were gonna say.
disadvantage, but disadvantage on intimidation.
I thought you were gonna
because
say
he's a
we
dog.
need to take him on walks.
No.
Can he mark the places we've been?
Make sure you clean up. Make sure you
Oh, so
clean
they-
up after your healer.
Well,
So Can you mark the places so they know it's our territory, like our party's territory?
We need to find
No.
him wells.
I mean, can you try?
Little water wells.
Basically, it is like in the simplest form, it would be like Tabaxi-ish, where it's a cat person, but they act exactly like normal people. It's a dog person, but
It's
they
just a race we haven't heard of, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch
It's a
of movie-
homebrew, a special homebrew. More of a personal homebrew because it's the race that Pichu-kun's taking it from is a different game that he decided to put into a D&D file as his own homebrew, and he's using that as for this character.
Yep.
So are you small now or medium?
Still medium, but just barely. Instead of being 5'6", he's now 4'11".
What?
Tall,
You've only
tall and
lost
small,
7
right?
inches.
Yeah. His small, if I remember correctly, is like dwarf height, which is like 3 foot ish.
Yeah, it's like
So
a
he's
goblin.
like, so he's like barely, just barely below 5 feet. So he's like on the cusp of like the lower end of medium, but still medium.
I was realizing I was forgetting something important. Be right back. Oh no.
Is he unconscious? Are you unconscious on the ground?
Now, he is not unconscious, but he is still. But you're still a bit groggy.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna boop his snoot.
Give him a belly rub.
Oh, can we do it, Chip, please?
No, because he's still wearing his armor. Still has all his armor and stuff on.
Wait. Chip's armor would be huge on
It's
on you,
magic.
Chip.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Or as
magic.
Kadikarus would say, it's magic.
Yes.
All
All
right,
right,
so
we should-
that's enough dramatic silence. Let's
Yes.
turn back. Let's turn the creepy music back on.
Brothers comes around. I'm gonna help Chip up. Chip, are you okay?
Feeling like it?
Strahd did a number in your head.
Yeah. That really hurt.
You also look different.
Eh?
Oh, I have a question. What did the sand taste like?
It tasted magical? It didn't really taste like anything, really.
What was that scent that told us to throw him?
I think it is reincarnation dust?
Oh, that would explain the dog features.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Do you have a mirror?
There is the well of. Is that actually full of water? Like enough that you'd actually be able. Does this well actually be able to see in it? And actually get a reflection?
Well, looking into it, it's a little bit dim and down, but you do in fact not see yourself as what you remember yourself being. You see dog features.
Is everything you see gray?
It actually is very evocative of the image of the woman in that is seared in your mind right now.
Huh. Well, the answer your question, no, I don't see black and white. I see normally. Just because I have dog features does not mean that I can't see colors.
Doggy eyes.
Dog vision. I have snake vision. I can like barely see it. My perception is like +0.
Hooray! I'm useful!
God dang buttons!
I,
Note to self, add more Zoidberg to my soundboard.
I think we should probably go try to join the others. Because I think they all ran away.
Butters starts going up. I follow him. I think Butters is trying to lead us somewhere. Where are you going us? Where are you taking us, Butters? Do you guys smell? You smell booze? What's this smell?
Actually, yes. Like, I actually can smell a lot better now.
Is Kitsu on the horse?
How do you stop a skunk from smelling? Hold its nose. All right. So, after a while, you are able to quickly catch up with Kostya and Kitsu. And then you all are able to catch up with Irena, Ismark, Van Richten. Let's actually pop open and see where we are in Vallaki, because I am forgetting specifically where this all is.
I think it's here.
Yeah. So, you have been able to make your way to over here in these trees. Right below Try My Delicious Banana.
I think you have to adjust my token every time now.
I'll fix that in a second.
Yeah, funsies.
I need to go to... crap. Crappity, which one is it? It's been a while since I've done this. Freehand, pan... Turn order, measure... Oh, there it... This new button, this new way of doing stuff is just... There we go. Layer, token. There we go. Irena, Ismark, Kostya, Toll, Kitsu. All right.
Who always seems to have a health bar over her head every time.
Yeah,
Well, it's helpful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For me, yes.
It lies about it too.
Chip is back to being a centaur.
Chip, oh my god, that's a big dog.
Yeah, it's a big dog. Fixing that as well.
Yeah, I always knew Chip had that dog in him.
Hilarious.
Ye diggity dog.
All right. Well, you're able to regroup. Oh, hey. Ismark, Irena, and Van Richten. Like, Van Richten being an older gentleman, still in shape, but not able to run as far as he was able to before. Irena and Ismark both panicking from that situation. Well, what are we supposed to do? If Strahd can just show up out of the blue and why does he want me of all people? I don't know, Irena.
Might actually have some insight on that.
Well, please share with the class if you don't mind.
We recently found one of your ancestors. Well, her ghost. His ghost?
Well, it's not his ghost. Like you met the ghost of the Burgermeister of Brez said that it was his daughter that Strahd was after at the time when he killed him. Ismark and the Burgermeister look nothing alike.
But she looks exactly like Irena.
But Irena looks exactly like the image of the monument that you saw.
And
Right. We also saw a statue that looked exactly like you.
That was the monument.
In the swamps.
Yes.
You told her this, right?
Yep. Oh yes, yeah. You mentioned that before, did you not? Okay. Well.
What we need is a way to fight Strahd. Or to at least defend ourselves.
Yeah, going one-on-one against him is not advisable.
Who are you? You sound familiar, but
Don't you talk like that to my dog. I'm kidding. I don't say that.
Wait. Weren't you a centaur this morning?
Yes. I nearly died.
Oh.
And had powder stuff to fix it.
What kind of powder stuff?
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's fixed.
Okay, but don't get too addicted on the powder stuff.
I think it just absorbed into me, so it doesn't exist anymore.
If that was in fact the case, you have done us both. Then I must apologize that I was unable to aid you as well as I could. Had I been prepared for such an encounter, I doubt you would have needed to use that. But I am glad for us all that you had it. Are you certain you are okay?
Yeah, other than the aches and pains of almost dying.
I can understand the aches and pains of almost dying. Happens far too frequently in my line of work. But where do we go from here? It is clear that Irena and Ismark cannot travel by themselves, and I know not why. Here, Strahd is suddenly interested in your drunken friend either now too. But it is certainly clear we cannot let him have either.
Has anybody heard from Miss Partikov?
I would not worry too much about Mrs. Martikov. The Order of the Feather are a wide-ranging group. I believe that she was more worried about her children than anything else. They should be fine. If anything, they probably have already left for the Wizard of Wines.
The Wizard of Wine? What, is that also where the other of her kind is from? I forgot we were supposed to go.
Well, what we discussed before we were interrupted. We can either go to Kresk, or we might be able to find something about your sorceress's friend over at the. Oh, it escapes me for a moment. Amber Temple, yes. That is further to the south.
Oh, right.
Miss
Well,
Martikov also suggested that the druids might have something as well. They're in the Yester Hill, south of the Wizard of Wines.
The Ember Temple sounds like a holy place.
I can assure
Strahd-
you, it is not.
No,
well,
sounds like a church, but I guess not.
I do know that I do remember Kresk being considerably more well defended than this area.
Smaller village,
Oh.
better walls.
But-
Yeah.
There was a teleport right into the city.
Yeah, but that's also in the back into a place where a bunch of people hate Strahd. So
No, it wasn't the castle.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Like,
It was in the
the-
back, and all the
Yeah.
people there were like, "We want to murder Strahd for reasons."
Not the guy that was controlling them, right? He wanted to appease him, something, right?
I think he wanted to trick him. Well, anyway,
Is Kitsu sober?
probably mostly.
I think Crash sounds like a bad idea unless we're like ready to deal with the church. He had a like a zombie in the thing too, right?
It had weird amalgamation thingies.
No, he had like a clone of a puppet of Irena, right?
Something like that, which
It-
technically makes it a bit better because of
It
the
wasn't
fact
a.
that
It wasn't a puppet. It didn't look like Irena, but it was a female form that he was presenting as a potential bride for Strahd.
See, he's like he's for Strahd. He's not against him. I say we kill him if we go to Kresk.
Ah, my head. I'm never gonna be drinking again.
Falls into one little barrel of wine and then can't even like do it.
It's all about killing for you. Kill this, kill that.
Yes, we should kill that is the creature's time to kill us.
We gotta kill Strahd, and for that we gotta kill a lot more people.
I mean, we don't have to kill Strahd if everyone here wants to wants to go with this plan. We can take your horse all the way back to Strahd's mansion if you want. But if I remember correctly, the Ember Temple have some answers for us, and the Moon Princess over there seems to particularly like the Ember Temple.
That's the only lead we have. I say we go there.
Should we split up again, or
It's up to Irena and Bismarck. Whether they want to stick with us.
I honestly believe traveling with you is probably the safest place we could be right now. I can't think of any place else in the valley that would have even the slightest chance of standing up to him. I agree. Though, what you say about the Amber Temple, Van Richten, it probably would not be wise for us to be exploring it. At least ways not my sister. But I agree. Traveling with you is probably the better of our options at the moment.
You know we're going to the Ember Temple, right, Bismarck?
I do.
Well, we don't even really know how dangerous that temple is until we get there.
Well, that is an easy thing. The Amber... Allow me. He opens up the... He takes you up to a map of Barovia. Open up... If I can zoom out enough, make sure I'm actually... Here we are in the village of Valaki. Yes?
Yes.
The Amber Temple is on the southern end of the valley, up in the southern mountains. Where you would need to go necessarily. You would end up traveling west from here. Near about Lake Baratok. From there, you will travel south. It's a long winding road at the Solenska Pass. It will take quite a bit of time. The road is treacherous. But at the end of it, you will eventually reach the Amber Temple. Yep, which is vaguely about here, if you can see the ping.
Can you put your finger on the map again? Ah, okay. Now I see it. Oh my god, that is so small.
The good thing about that travel is that even though the road is long, the valley is not that large. It will be dangerous. It will be treacherous, and your destination is certainly not safe. But it isn't that. But geographically, it's not that far of a journey.
Well, we have a little problem. We don't have supplies and no place to get supplies.
We're still in the city. We could buy supplies here.
They don't have a market here.
Oh.
I don't know where you've been looking, but there are markets. There's not much here, but it is here.
Yeah, I think because we've been looking for magical supplies. And that's basically a no-go.
Yes, magic is much harder to get here. Very few places would have that. But
Just wanted to buy a potion. Normal health potion.
You will not be able to find many potions here. Certainly no one willing to directly sell them. But food, supplies, that can be easily arranged.
Well, that's great. Maybe we go a little shopping and then we go. Oh, and I see that we're going to pass. Is that Paris? That's Paris, right?
No, that's just swamp.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is Berez, but it is not on the way.
Oh,
It is at least ways not on the safe way. You could make your way that direction if you desired, but I would not recommend it.
Yeah, I was getting. I was getting nervous about visiting all the snakes again.
Well then, if our plan is the Amber Temple, we should get ourselves prepared. And frankly, I would suggest a detour over to Lake Baratok.
To do what there?
I have kept a tower there, a base of operations for some of my other investigations.
Oh, do you have vampire hunting supplies that we could use, maybe?
Certainly, you can probably there's no shortage of things you might find useful. But understand, a lot of these vampire hunting supplies are far more mundane than you might think. But perhaps in my investigations I have stumbled across something that I did not recognize.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we can leave Strahd on a goose chase and just keep moving.
That would be a difficult trick to pull. But I have been underneath his nose for a while. No reason why I couldn't necessarily do the same for you. Far harder though, with a group as large as yours.
But also, I do wonder how does he find Irena? Is it her scent? Is it her looks? Does he have spice?
The phrase "Strahd is the land" is less of an actual phrase or a turn of speech than it is more of a haunting truth.
I'm gonna get my sword and I'm gonna stab the ground.
Not quite in the most literal of senses there, young man. Attacking the
Above
land...
board, I can see that as a barbarian thing to do.
Oh, it absolutely is. I am laughing internally.
And my sword is special. It does maximum damage when I attack inanimate objects.
You
So
do
the ground really felt it.
You do maximum damage to the ground, and it leaves a slightly bigger hole, by about maybe a millimeter.
Yes, you felt that one.
Your sword just goes all the way down like a cutting through butter. But not actually cutting through butter, because I doubt you want to do that.
No, my boy, no. Don't even kid about that. I would never do that.
Oh, boy. I should be careful with the tequila.
Perfect.
Do you think it would help if we dress up Irena to look like a hag?
Well, like a man.
Or just have her dress up as not herself.
Yeah, well, someone of maybe somebody that looks hideous, you know.
Disguises
That might draw
could be
more attention.
Disguises could be useful, but perhaps maybe something a little bit more inconspicuous. Like a hag would draw a lot of attention. And not for nothing, I would sooner not look like a hag.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
know
think
what? I just remember what I saw inside the hag.
Do you think he would still be interested in her if she had a bunch of scars on her face?
What are
No.
you going with this?
I am going to say no to that one as well.
It would probably work.
I would sooner not injure myself.
The Mood Princess can look like a different person, but
We can heal you.
Irena, we need to figure you out.
I think. Oh no, that's self. I'm gonna say. Thought that Kitsu might have had a spell that allows her to change other people's looks.
Nope.
Just alter self.
Is there a
Mhm.
spell that changes people's gender?
Disguise self? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can look
disguise
like
self.
No,
Or-
permanently.
Ah. You don't need the. You just need your sword for them. Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
That
it
that
doesn't
only
work.
works
That
one
it
way.
doesn't work that way. Yeah. So let's just go to the tower.
Maybe we can find a helmet for Irina, and they won't be able to notice it.
Maybe
Yes.
just shave your head. Maybe he will not like it.
Oh yeah.
Become a monk.
Maybe just cut. You don't have to shave the whole head. Maybe just cut it shoulder length. Maybe.
No, make it ugly. It's gonna grow back. Don't worry about it.
Or just let her decide of how to disguise herself so she doesn't look like herself.
No, she can't look like herself. I just want her to be ugly, so Strahd fucking gives up.
Yeah. Stop looking so beautiful.
Wow.
I have a little bit of acid here if you want.
That would be a,
Oh my god.
a nat
I think
1.
I think that Strahd is more of just wanting the person in general rather than how they look.
Oh, okay. So, what are you trying to say?
I mean, we can't know if we don't try it out.
That's what we're trying to figure out. How to like.
Well,
how to
considering
get-
that
I-
Strahd also wants other people.
I can appreciate what you're trying to do for me, and I really do. But could we just go back to like the idea of like disguising me before we start like physically maiming and injuring me? I would
Okay.
agree with that a lot, thank you.
Okay. Maybe
How about
maybe
just one eye?
Maybe just put a hood.
Now, let's go get supplies and have her go disguise herself while we're getting supplies.
Yeah. Go to a clothes store and disguise yourself.
Very well. Anything to keep your acid away from me, I suppose.
Yep, just basically above board. Shut up and let her figure it out herself.
Yeah. Last time you guys did that. She ended up in a bar, almost dying. Okay.
All right then. If that's the case, then let us get our preparations going. I will aid Ismark and Irina. You can go and you go and get ourselves some supplies for the trip. I believe you
I have.
I believe you had you said I believe you had a cart at one point or other. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
was
still
out
do
fantasy.
Well then,
Yeah.
that will be a big help.
I can ride in the cart now.
In the card, yeah. I have an idea, a very chaotic idea. You know what's good to disguise someone? A mask.
Why is that chaotic?
Because
I see
mask.
exactly what you're doing. And I am not saying anything.
Oh my god.
Let's give her the mask. Let's give her the mask. Let's just say it's a mask.
So you want to give her the mask that makes people go crazy and try to murder everyone around them?
It did that to me. Might do something different to her. It made me really strong.
It also made you try to kill us.
I
Maybe we do that when we're on the road then?
I think it would be good just to. Also, I think Toll has it, so he's probably not going to say, "Here, hold the. Let's give the random person that we're supposed to be protecting a mask of doom and destruction."
I kind of want to do it.
Well, it's
Just
also
see
in
what-
Toll's, it is also in Toll's possession. So
Can we quick save and just do it?
No.
no,
If you
This
really
is
wanna-
not a game.
If you really want to do an Elseworlds thing, Yeah, we
Wrong
can-
game.
we can do a one shot after I have time to build the art.
Oh no.
I'm just really curious.
Oh, believe me, yeah, like completely out of character as like it's out of the whole thing. I love the idea. Like I love chaos, but I am not going to say what I'm not going to tell you to or to not do anything.
out of character, I do think that would be hilarious, but in character, oh heck no.
I think it could work out.
He
It
was
might
on
make
the-
her powerful. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need Irena to be strong.
She also, it would also make her probably try to kill everyone around her, like you did.
Mm-hmm.
The mask is not like it's like an unknown.
Next time we long
The
rest,
only
just
time
make
we
it
do
door-
It's
make it
been
door
when
kid.
you
And-
murder us all.
All we need to do is just put some shaded glasses on her, and boom, different person.
Yeah, but I don't want to put the mask on her so she's like disguised. I want to put the mask on her so she gains power. You know.
As a last ditch thing, that sounds like a good idea.
What if we just let her
anytime-
have the mask?
Well, right now Toll has it, so
All right, when Toll gets back,
The bird has it. Yeah.
why don't we just let her have the mask, and then just be like, "This is the last resort."
I don't know how that will go, but if that's how you feel.
We
we'll
are
have to
going.
we'll get Toll's opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she might be able to handle the snake god.
I
You
don't.
couldn't handle the snake god.
I
Yeah, what
fought
the-
against the snake god. She might embrace it. I don't know.
Ooh, what if? she
But I
turns
think
into-
I think that's actually a good plan. Give Irena some sort of power.
Give a human an ancient artifact that even a snake couldn't handle. Fun
Yeah.
choice.
I want her
Fun
to.
choice.
I think making her strong is gonna be like the way out. She has to kill Strahd. That would be amazing.
Sounding like the One Ring.
Yeah, what if she doesn't become strong and she just die? What if?
Well,
what
and
if she?
Strahd's fucked, right?
Or, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Strahd
I mean, she did say
is-
she'd rather die.
Strahd also apparently doesn't really age, so I think that just kind of delays Strahd more than anything, and he just goes like, "Oh, that's a minor inconvenience. Try again when this person's soul goes to another thing."
Or go and
of-
grab
of
someone
legal.
else.
Well, considering he wants to grab you now, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think he wants Kitsu for another reason.
Yeah, I think Kitsu
Like-
wants to go with.
He loves Irena and he wants Irena, but Kitsu is for another reason.
Yeah, it's
Who
gotta
knows?
be. It's gotta be. He saw the twin Kitsus, and he says, "Oh, you could have one too."
Maybe something in the Ember Temple is like good against him. I don't know.
no, let's go get supplies and start heading that way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ismark, Irena, and Van Richten go off to start working on disguising Irena. You guys. Fortunately, it's not that hard to find some people willing to part with foodstuffs and other like general travel things. All in all, it cost you about maybe 10 gold to get you all the things that you would want.
I can buy it. I have it here. Somewhere.
Who's in charge of the party gold?
I think Toll has most of it, yeah. I have some.
Toll, who also we do not keep track of our money because Toll supposedly has all the money, and
I
it
keep
says
track of my
0.
money. I have 15 gold now. I took 10 out.
Yeah, I have 15 gold, 6 silver.
Because I remember we got a bunch from that chest.
Toll has a chest full of gold, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but in his inventory, it says 0.
Uh-oh.
Didn't keep track of it.
It's probably in the cart. It's fine.
Because I know we have a bunch in party gold.
We get back to the cart and it's been robbed. There's nothing left. They even took the horse.
But we have another horse.
Thank God. I mean, we made fun of you for like seducing the horse, but right now it's like
Seducing the horse. all I did was
you roll an 18, a 19, and a 22.
God, I didn't want to make another choice.
You seduced the horse.
I have 59 gold.
I give 10 gold to Kitsu.
Disguise yourself too, kids.
Well, we already kind of proved that. Well, technically, Strahd himself proved that the whole festival did jack shit.
Mhm.
Oh, I was pretty sure. They do it every
Oh, yeah.
day. There's no way this is gonna work. I'll be right back.
All right. So, you gather the things that you desire and meet
Yep.
back around over by your cart. With another horse in tow, likely. So now you have a cart that is designed to be pulled by one, and you now have 2 horses.
Actually, we have 3.
Even better!
Because there were 2 out there in the first place.
Gotta catch them all.
Poke horse! No giraffe rigs, however, in this. As you're getting yourselves all squared away for your travels and figuring out what you're going to do with all these goddamn horses that you have borrowed, the other 3 return and find you. Ismark with a large pack for himself. Van Richten, decked out with a far more wide variety of things than you thought, including what looks to be like a small silver whistle around his neck. But he also has pouches that have the smell of garlic about them, wooden stakes on his belt.
Oh, I'm going to stay away from you. Sorry, no offense.
My apologies, but if we are facing vampires, it is necessary. Irena is wearing an entirely new set of clothes. a hood over her head, but where before she had like had hair of auburn brown down to the middle of her neck, the middle of her back rather. She now has shorter, almost like far more reddish hair. She was over. She was. It seems like she was able to find somebody willing to give it a quick dye and cut in the time that you had. It's not the best job at all, and you could probably. It's probably not going to last all that long, but it's something at least. And before anyone asks, yes, I did have to basically dunk my head in a barrel of foul-smelling liquid. Please do not ask beyond that.
Yeah. Tell by the smell.
Did you do anything different to your hair or something?
Yes, I'm trying a different updo.
But I see you have done nothing about the actual face.
Yeah, well, there are some things that people should be expected to do, and others that are more reasonable to be denied. Like,
Should be
it's
good
already
enough.
embarrassing enough that my hair, what I've done with my hair, you're having actually like physical scarring is a mite too far in my mind.
Above board. John, is it cool if I change phases right now?
Oh,
Yeah.
you can take a little. If you can take a little bit of a short rest to do so, go ahead.
Oh, should we all short rest?
Wait,
I feel like
I'm
we
gonna
should.
I'm gonna say for this operation, you can use this time to take a short rest.
Because Ultra Self is in the Crescent Moon spell set. In the Crescent Moon phase.
So it's alter self, not alter other person.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna do. Alter
right.
Self. So phase change.
Oh
Go.
wait, I didn't.
That is how this class works.
All
How
right.
do I? Wait, how do I short rest? Do I roll a hit die and then take short rest? Or...
Yep. You roll as many hit die as you want that you can spend that you have. You gain that much HP plus Constitution per hit dice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. You also get back any features that you would get back on a short rest, or spell slots, but the spell slots really will only come back for like Kitsu and her Warlock slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, I'm sorry. So I guess I hit the hit dice and then take short rest. I don't need to roll it, or I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. If you just roll the hit dice and add them to your hit points and keep track of what otherwise you get back, you don't have to worry about the short rest button.
Oh, okay. So that's
3. $11, 22. Heals this.
okay. That's fine. I'll stop on that.
And poof.
All right. So how are you choosing to alter self?
she'll. What I'm choosing is the form that she was when she was walking through the town. That more black style of clothing and hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has everyone done their short rest things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Although I think Monka is still away.
No, I'm here. I've done it.
Ah,
All right. All right. Well, you've made your preparations. Your cart's is all set. Are you willing? Do you wish to head off? And considering that it is the middle of the afternoon right now,
Why not?
guess
I
we're
forgot
going
that
to
there's
there.
a short rest button. But yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work sometimes. I think that's where we're going.
Can we try
Yeah.
to follow the pink path?
Yes. And Chip jumps into the cart.
all right.
Finally sits down because he hasn't been able to sit down in the cart while traveling.
All right.
Do you have your
Let's see,
tail out of your
insane.
armor? Or is
What?
it tucked in your tail? Is it inside the armor or is it outside?
Give me a second.
Gotta think about it.
I gotta print out the model because I know because the model shows.
Are you wagging that tail?
Maybe when he's being. Ooh! Is he gonna stick his head out the cart?
Oh my god.
Not gonna
Yeah.
go that fast.
Being a dog must be so fun.
Yes, it sticks. The tail is sticking out.
Oh my god, yes.
All right.
Okay.
So, moving at a rate of 8 spaces per hour. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Being late evening, and make sure I'm looking at the right things. All right. Your travel is easy, quiet, uneventful. That first hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you are getting closer to the tower, your travel is also similarly uneventful. There are some rustlings in the back. You hear some rustlings in the woods as you pass. Small animals, probably, but nothing directly attacks you. Where is it? Is there not a map for this? Oh, nope, there it is.
This very important location. There is no map.
Isn't there a giant snake in this lake? Didn't we learn about that?
You heard something. You heard a rumor about a snake, at least.
My time to shine.
The self-fulfilling prophecy. The big snake is Lord Blackwood.
Oh my god, it was me all along.
It's a time loop.
Hang on.
Coaster, come help me seduce the snake. You're a good friend.
All right, here we go.
We should just raise an animal army. I think me and you can do it.
I mean, you can just fucking cast
You
animal
do have
friendship
the
on this
wor-
next row.
You two have the worst animal handling out of the party.
And yet somehow got a horse.
That horse is like friends for life. The coaster. He would die. She would die for it.
No, wait, there's someone that has worse animal handling,
Toll?
and it's Kitsu.
Oh.
Toll has +4.
Toll is an
Uh,
animal.
Yes. Chip has +5. Naturally. He lost his proficiency
Uh-oh.
because he is not centaur. He is now dog.
There he is. All right, there's the last guy. All right. I will somehow I will one day figure out what is wrong with Chip's token, but you make your way up to the tower. In front of it, you see another bright wagon. Not blazingly marked with any sort of like names or the like. But it has a very Vistani feel to it. Like, Van Richten walks over. This is my protege's wagon.
Your protege is Vistani?
Yes, she is. Esmeralda de Avenir. I've told you of her. In fact, I've suggested you go and suggested you find her. It appears that she's not around, however. Where she could be, I don't know, but that's a good thing. I would prefer not to bring her into any more danger than she already is in. Or that I would even suggest. But anyway, come. Let's find what is in this. Let's find what we have here that could be of use for you.
Okay. Will you? Is it locked? Can I just walk in?
Yep. He unlocks the door for you and he's like, go right in.
Oh. Cozy.
It's very small.
It is, but it works for my purposes.
What's this in the middle? Is that?
As soon as I find it in the book, I will tell you. Very well. All right. Myself all ready to go.
Yep.
Sorry. So,
So I'm gonna look through these boxes, see if there's anything useful in there.
all right. As you enter, the flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chains that stretch up through the similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues. Alright, so what were you looking for?
Just anything I can use, like bows, arrows, weapons, armor, anything.
Looking
Potions?
through the crates, you find nothing. They're
Oh.
broken, splintered, empty.
Hey, where do you keep your stuff? There's nothing in here. Why are we here?
I didn't say I kept them in the first floor.
Oh, oh, right, yeah.
Is that unfortunately, there is not much more space for one in this. He rattles the chain. The 4 statues around him come to life. Grab the chains, start pulling. You watch as the platform that Van Richten is standing on rises up and keeps going for a while as you watch Van Richten go up into the top of the tower.
He just left us down here.
After a little bit, the chains stop and reverse, eventually bringing back down the platform.
All right, cool shit. Squeeze in.
Okay.
All right. After a second, the statues come back, start pulling the chains again. You were pulled through a few layers of the tower.
You smell quite nice.
This is a natural swamp.
Eventually, you reach the top of the tower. Oop, hello. How'd I do that?
We just left the rest of the party behind.
Happens all the time in Baldur's Gate 3.
Right. The last few layers of the floors of the tower were broken, disheveled, rotted away. This top floor shows recent habitation.
No bathroom.
It still
Interesting.
reeks of mold and mildew, though plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light
Where's the
enters
roof of the
through the air.
bathroom?
Well,
That's what windows are for.
A wizard never tells.
or a vampire hunter. Light enters through the arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform. Well, there are certainly things up here that could be useful. It appears that my apprentice Esmeralda has taken up refuge while I've been away.
It's just a little bit of poop.
Nice, thank you.
No.
Now, but please feel Feel free to look. Feel free to look around while I see what my erstwhile apprentice has been up to.
Where is your apprentice?
I do not know, nor do I wish to meet her.
Right. I'm gonna look through the chest. What is that? A trunk? The looks like a barrel.
All right, looking through it, you see a lavender aroma emanating from the wooden chest. Opening it up, it's unlocked and untrapped. You find a severed head. A
Wow.
human's severed head. Its flesh a waxy complexion, and embalmed with magic oils, it seems. Very well preserved.
Hey, you get lonely here at night or something?
I beg your pardon?
I'm gonna grab the head and show him. This is your friend. It's your
Oh.
friend?
A friend? No. That one. That one in a That one paid a moment of kindness repaid a moment of kindness with treachery.
Oh. So what do you do with this?
I have kept him in case that there is something I might need to ask of him.
Oh, that's very smart. Yes.
No, he asks him to cuddle in those lonely nights.
I insist you refrain from such consideration.
Very
What's on his
macabre.
What's on his table? Anything lootable?
On the table, you see research notes, journals. It's a fair amount of information, though also a fair amount of soot as well.
Disgusting. I'm gonna look at something else.
What is this? Can I take a look at what this is?
It's a stove, right?
Yes, it
Oh.
is a large wooden stove with firewood behind it. You open it up to find that it is actually cold, though recent use it has been recently used. Inside, you
What ab-
also see what appears to be remnants of burnt paper.
What about the little table?
Little table, you find just some random accoutrement of habitation. A, a few cups, a comb, perhaps.
The armor?
The armor is a very nice looking suit of armor as well. It is well made, well kept.
Does that work?
The
He
suits?
points. Yes.
I have found it to be perfectly functional.
Oh, there you go, Miss Lord Black.
Sadly, I don't believe it will be of any help to any of you.
Oh,
Why is the cut piece so small?
Unfortunately, as it would seem, not as many people are as well endowed as they might want to think.
what the?
Okay, off above board. I have seen I think it's King Henry VIII's armor.
Oh,
and
the cut
that
piece is huge.
God, this is like massive.
Yeah.
He had a very high opinion of himself.
He was making up for something there.
Yeah, it
It's
was
like having
at least a foot long.
It's the medieval equivalent of having a big car.
Yeah.
Kostya's gonna.
At least it wasn't like what Cameo wore in the Word Up video.
No, what?
There was a band in the '80s called Cameo. You know, they're basically a one-hit wonder. Their only real song that they're known for is called "Word Up," but the main singer was actually, fond of wearing a codpiece for performances. It was enormous and bright red.
I see. I'm looking at it. Wow. That is unnecessary.
It is. That being said, though, Word Up, good song.
Yeah. And Kostya's gonna stomp around to see if there's any like hidden compartments in the wood.
Right. Kostya, make a perception check as you're stomping about.
Oh, okay. Perception. 12.
As you're making that circuit around it near the north side of the tower, you hear like clunk, 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 ka-thunk.
Oh, what is that?
Roll an investigation check to see if you can find it.
I bet it's right under his foot. 17.
Making another few stomping clunks and looking around, you actually see that your steps shook loose a compartment behind the armor.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look and try and reach back there.
Make sure I do the right thing. Reaching behind the armor, in a small, narrow compartment, you pull out a large and ornate book. Embossed in silver on the front of it is a coat of arms that bears a large raven. What has she discovered?
Yeah, what is this?
I don't know quite right, but that is the coat of arms of Ravenloft. Whatever this is, it is directly connected to the vampire.
Interesting. Well, what? Also, I don't think I should be touching that book, so I'm gonna give it to him.
This is... You hand it to Rictavio, to Van Richten. He opens it up. This was written by Strahd himself.
What does it say?
Reading over the first few bits, he takes a moment, skims through, flicks through pages.
It seems to be a weird cookbook that he plans to sell to people. 1,500 recipes with potatoes.
Oh wow! It tells us
No,
how to get rich.
No, that would have been my grandmother. This appears to be something of an autobiography of sorts. The tale of how Strahd became what he is.
Clifford, the big red dog. Oh, what? I mean, what does it say? How did he become what he is? What is he? A vampire?
Yes.
The book only has one line. He got bit by a vampire. That's it.
Does it say anything about the Shit, sorry.
Do you want a? Do you want a? Uh, let's see if I can find.
Illustrations of Bismarck huge pack? I do. I sent it
I'm
to you
just
guys.
seeing. Yeah. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for here. Well, first and foremost, here I'm going to show you this. This is what you've picked up.
Ooh, okay. The Tome of Strahd.
Looking through it, Van Richten finds a piece of text that is still legible. I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god, but the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. I came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. In the valleys of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed, the date set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mist. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guard pierced me to my soul, but I did not die. Nor did I live. I became undead. Forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought. I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me! What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of disrepair. Or rather, despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me.
We need to find that sword.
It might even be worthwhile keeping the book with you as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
John,
ahead and
above
grab.
board, I sent you. I posted a Hero Forge picture of.
All right, thanks. Gotcha.
Her altered form is 4.5.
Height.
Yeah, is 4.5. Yeah, in height wise. Yeah, I may. That's why I was being quiet this whole entire time. I was hero forging.
No
Do you know
worries.
anything? Do you know anything about that sword, Mr. Vampire Slayer? Ever heard of it?
I have not either. This must be. This is something that Esmeralda must have discovered. This is all news to me as well. But
You
I
must
would
find
agree.
your
I would
pupil
agree.
then.
I would agree. Find the sword. Find my apprentice. She will help you with this.
Yeah, she's our only lead on the sword right now, so we need to find her. Do you know where she could be?
I do
Well,
not know.
And he
She's
does not
within-
care to find out.
She is within. She is within the realms of Barovia. This much I do know. Her exact location, I couldn't tell you. She has been here though, and recently. I have not been back to this tower for a few months, and I know I did not put this book here.
Yeah, the
Maybe
pee and poo
if-
bucket. It was full. Sorry, I kind of knocked it over.
Maybe she left a clue on her stagecoach.
I wouldn't. It would be unwise to try and disturb that.
Oh, the trap.
I very much so. I would imagine. If she has learned half of what I believe she has, then she is as cautious or more as I am.
Okay. This is going to be nothing is ever straight but I
What?
guess we also know that maybe Tatiana is the soul within Irena down there.
If what this book is at all true, and if it is in fact penned by Strahd himself, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. It would make
That would
a tremendous amount of sense.
that
It would
explains why he's after Irena.
It would indeed. She is the reincarnation of a lost, spurned love, one that he cannot forget. It's understandably tragic in a way, but
One that he drove into suicide himself.
well, he
I mean,
became
that's
a.
just more reason to kill him, right?
It drove her to suicide.
Yeah,
it
that's
drove-
what I mean.
It drove him to undeath.
He drove her to killing herself. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, that's just, it doesn't change anything. It just means we gotta kill him.
Well,
we can
well,
leave.
no, I mean, yes, it doesn't change anything, but now we know we need to find a soul.
Oh, yeah, that's the important.
Yeah,
That's the important point. So, I have an idea. Let's meet up with the other boys on the ground.
okay. You want to squeeze in here?
Yep, squeeze in. But
Squeeze, yeah.
I don't need to fill your bulge again.
All right.
Yes.
You make your way back downstairs. Which one of you has the book, by the way? Is that still Van Richten?
Can you have it, Posture?
No, it's silver. Gonna burn
Oh.
my hand.
Then I can't have it. I'm just gonna put book here.
Okay.
Put Tome of Strahd.
I added an item called book. Gear, adventuring gear. Book. Hang on. There you go. Did I do good? I have one book.
Close enough.
Let me see if I can freaking customize it a little bit. Name, what's the name? Tome of Strahd.
Tome of Strahd.
I'm gonna put down Strahd's diary.
It's Tome of Strahd. It is a very specific item. It's not just a diary. It is the Tome of Strahd.
What was it, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago? I'm just gonna put
Probably like 300 years ago or something.
Is there like an actual item in
Yes, I am looking.
D&D Beyond that's
It should be, yeah.
literally just called that?
Well, it's not specifically a magic item, but Strahd's diary, very pretty. All right. Well,
it didn't show the notes that I wrote for it, but I put glitter can be seen on the pages.
neat. All right.
Sounds very.
He was a
educational.
teenager.
Yeah, I imagine him with his legs up in the air. You know, he's cycling in the air while reading it. Just. Anyways, everyone, we have a breakthrough. We have a lead.
Yes, and I have a plan.
That is news to me because I did not know what plan.
We need to find the Vampire Slayer's pupil, and we have a bird. So why don't we travel down, and our bird can try to fly around looking for her while we're on the road. He can probably fly a lot faster than us in meters there. Can we use our bird to scout?
You want Dole to scout out?
Yeah, while we're traveling on the road, Dole could scout to see if he can see. Like he probably can fly around a little bit and see if she's close to us.
You know, I don't have a problem with that.
That seems like a good idea.
Because we're very limited because of forests and shit. We just see the road, but we have Dole flying around. He can see the cities we pass nearby and stuff. And if he sees her, I don't know. He can call us. I mean, it's very adventurous being a bird.
It's very adventurous being a bird.
It's a shame Toe's not here because I think he would love the idea.
Oh yeah. Who knows? Maybe next session, FenN will be back.
Yeah, we can ask
Darn
him.
him getting married.
That's at the end of the month, right? Oh, next session. Shit, I forgot this is weekly.
But yeah, it would be the end. The next session would be the end of the month. But at any rate,
well,
at any rate,
Mm-hmm.
Toll thinks about this for a second, nods, transforms himself into his raven form, sort of flies away, bleep, 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 bleep. Not kind of aimlessly, because he's not exactly sure where to go.
go anywhere.
And then makes a few organ sounds while he leaves. As
As he just flies in a general west direction, as the village of Brez is of Kresk is closest.
Great.
You're gonna be like about to die, cornered by the enemy. We just hear like doo, 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 doo. It's still coming in to save the day.
How fast does an African swallow fly? Just kidding.
And the rest of us should go to the Ember Temple, I guess.
It's a long way there.
Yeah. And if
What about
Toe,
Pichu?
It's also getting a bit late,
What?
isn't it?
Yeah, probably we
Yes, it is.
should probably just stay in the in this tower for a bit. Sleep.
yeah,
Some
but
of us have nearly died today.
It certainly would be certainly could be worth the rest. It has been an exciting time.
okay, just don't open the trunk by his bed. He has a little friend.
I'm sorry, what? No, just someone who tried to do me a disservice before. I'm not sure if that makes it any better.
Come on, Coach. I know you want to come in.
Find yourself the place where you can be the most comfortable. I apologize that I am not prepared to accept guests here.
Try and jump out on this floor here.
I see there's like a platform on the 3rd floor here. Or the 3rd floor? Is that outside?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
can I
from
go
here.
outside? Oh, okay. Oh, I can go from outside.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it is a large wooden scaffold like situation that has apparently been used to repair parts of this tower.
Okay, then I think Kosha would go out and go to the 3rd floor, kind of as like a keep watch kind of guy. And oops. Yep, and then he goes up here. Boom. And he's just gonna keep watch on this perch, on this little scaffolding, and sleep.
All right. Postia is taking a rest up there. Irena and Ismark are going to move themselves up to the 2nd floor as well. Chip, Kitsu.
You guys should move to the 3rd floor.
We do have the long range of the spells.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you two want to do? You guys want to keep going with us?
What do you mean?
He's talking to the other two
Oh,
To the two that came.
because for some reason he got on the floor with the two that.
I got here first.
And there's space enough for the 3 of us, I'm sure. Yes.
Kosha waves to Kitsu and Chip on the inside. Hello. Oh, you know what would freak him out if I just spider climb down to the window like right here? That'd freak him out. You guys okay? He's like upside down.
Like, fucking, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking. I sleep. Gonna sleep outside. I'm gonna keep watch. Uh, why are they there with you?
We were gonna have an orgy, but now that you're looking, maybe we might.
I beg your pardon.
Don't worry about him. He just likes to watch.
That's not what I was concerned about.
uh,
I'm gonna let butter out.
just unzip your
Having
pants
an
and butter
orgy.
comes out. Oh.
He can roam free in the room.
But I just want to tell you both. The top floor is a lot more comfy. There's a bed, and then he scurries up there. He goes into the third floor again.
Kitsu's actually going to knock on the fourth floor to actually, talk to see if she can have a conversation.
With Van Richten?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just ask one thing? How do we get out of the second and third floor?
The elevator stops at them.
Yeah,
Does it?
it does. It can.
I thought it
It's
was
not
always
like-
on the first or last floor.
Well, that's
Like
on whatever
Dark
floor it
Souls.
was taken to at last, like like a regular elevator. Regular elevators
like-
don't just always stay at like the first or top floors.
It's
Yeah, but
not
how
like
do we?
Dark Souls where you have to roll off to get to the right floor.
But how? I thought it was like that because how do we call it to the second and third floor to get out?
Some trick in the chains.
I thought I had to step on it, so I was like, thinking exactly like Dark Souls elevator logic.
It's
Do I
not
need to
Dark.
jump out?
We're not. This isn't Dark Souls elevator logic. This
Yeah,
is.
Police
This is-
were around.
This is somebody intelligent made a Dark Souls elevator logic.
I'm pretty sure police were around, like
Yeah, there
pre
are
2000.
there are pulleys around. The chains go up and down. You can see them happen. Anyway, Kitsu, you wanted to talk with Van Richten.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You make your way up to the top.
Excuse me, is this a bad time for me to come in?
Oh, not at all, young lady. What can I do you? What can I do for you?
Well, since everyone's off to doing their own things, and I don't really sleep that much, I was just wanting to talk a little more about this about the Ember Temple.
Yes. What specifically were you thinking? The temple is itself not a pleasant place. What few times I've been there.
I can understand that. And I am still on the. I think that my friend here can help us out with dealing with Strahd, but I need to know a little more details.
And do you believe those details can be found in the Amber Temple?
That is what I do believe. Also, I'm sorry about the party that I have been traveling with. It can be a very rough, killhardy. I don't know how you could put it.
They appear to at least be capable. You could hardly ask for better, if that's the case.
That is true.
Though I am surprised that the one was not actually a centaur.
Oh, believe me, it is strange getting to see things that are not normal. Like knowing that one is a vampire.
Yes. In my years as a hunter, I have worked with a great many people. I can safely say this is probably the first time that I have associated so long or willingly with a Damphir. Under normal circumstances, I would have staked him the moment I had seen him, and had gotten the upper hand at least. But, as it stands, he has proven himself to be capable and trustworthy for the moment. I only hope that you have the same considerations and confidence in your friend.
I hope so too.
If you believe that your friend have learned from encountering something at the Amber Temple, then I believe we should probably find out what that might be. I will, however, repeat myself on this. I am not sure we should be trusting him. Anything out of the Amber Temple will be dangerous at best. There are things trapped there, imprisoned there.
Also, I might know why Strahd might be after me. This is just a hunch.
Oh, please share.
I am a descendant of several lunar sorcerers.
An interesting revelation.
And since I can't really get in contact with her, after losing my sanity, I've ran into this friend here. Often then, right when we were going through the swampy area to deal with the mother of Strahd, I saw this mansion just sitting there in the middle of nowhere with my friend just sitting there.
That is a very interesting consideration. One moment. He steps over to his desk, ruffles through some papers, finds an older map of the area. Let's see. He spreads out this map out on the bed. If you fought Baba Lysaga in the ruins of Brez, so that's there. On that road, this is the oldest map I have, even from before Brez was destroyed. There is nothing to suggest that there has ever been in a mansion or even a settlement, a village even, at that anywhere on that road.
From the vision that I got, it was like across a river.
Well, there is a river there, so it's entirely possible that the manifestation was just simply on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
This is wait. Something jiggles in my brain. Your friend is just the spirit, yes? Just a spirit?
As far as I know, yes.
Interesting. What do you know of demons?
I will. Let's see.
Well, you can either
Or
roll
Arcana or-
history, or religion.
Hmm,
The history of Arcana's religion.
Yeah. The religious history of Arcana.
Yeah, I have a +5 in history and a +5 in Arcana.
Well, they're both intelligence, so
Yep. I'll go with history. Why not? Normal or
just
or
normal.
advantage? Just normal.
You're going to roll religion instead. It's only a +2.
And a 13.
All right. You have a passing knowledge of demons, although you've never done a deep study into demonology.
Mhm. I've read about them, but not actually met one in person.
Pray that you don't specifically, at least ways not in full. It might be best that you have only met one as a spirit. Demons are a weird and esoteric bunch. And this will connect to the Amber Temple in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Demons can be some demons can be defined as three things: their spirit, their body, and their name. If you know the true name of a demon, you can summon them and control them perfectly. You have a tremendous amount of power over them.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Are you
what
sure you're not thinking of a leprechaun?
Quiet down there, you! This is Kitsu's backstory and conversation.
Sorry. I didn't resist that one.
and that's
And
what
if you're
he
still the pot of gold, we have to quit you too. Wait, I think I'm confused.
I can
Is an old man to give him a break?
I can assure you, you are. Separating a demon from its name severely weakens its power. Separating a demon from its spirit will also do the same thing. Same again as well for its body. Taking all three pieces into account, a demon's body on its own, the body on its own, is just the manifestation, the physical force, the anchor, the possibility of action upon the material plane, or whichever plane he happens to be in.
Mm-hmm.
The name represents the actual power of the demon itself. It, on its own, is powerful enough to control both the body and the spirit of the demon. The spirit of a demon is as much its ego and its willingness to act upon the world. So if for instance, you had two parts of a demon, take, like, say, the name and the body, well, you'd end up with something fairly similar to what a general mortal might be. A physical manifestation of the ability to act upon the world, and the ego by which they could drive that. But without the spirit, they don't have as much power to actually act. A body with a spirit represents a tremendous amount of potential. The body allows the spirit to act upon the material plane, or the plane of their existence. But without the name, they have no actual motive force. no desires, no drive. As such, they can tend to be pretty easily controlled or manipulated, much the same as like a child, if a child could easily destroy a town. A spirit with a name, however, you have given power to the ego. Such an entity can deliver tremendous destruction, or wield tremendous powers of their own selves. The only saving grace of this is they have no anchor to the plane.
So if we find his name, then we
Then
can
you
control
will
him.
control him, possibly. No, understand. I'm talking merely about the concept of the name, not its true name. A demon's true name can oftentimes be changed. It takes years of research to find even shreds of a demon's true name. Oftentimes, they're just given titles or more just generic things. I've known a few demons that go by Bob or Izzy. One actually was called Snack. You do trust me on this one. You do not want to know the circumstances of that title.
So the only thing that I'm going off of is he wants his name 3 times. And I don't know what his name is.
If this could be a hunch. This is just a hunch of my own. But if you had his name in the presence of his spirit, and you used his name as an incantation, say for instance, as you say, saying it 3 times, that could possibly that could possibly link his name and spirit to your form and your body to give him that mortal anchor to act upon the plane. I'm unsure as to what the long-term ramifications might be. He could very well help you. He could as easily consume you.
I'll have to this is giving some food for thought.
On a completely otherwise note, perhaps maybe his appearance in a mansion that shows no actual connection to anything that I know of in the land of Barovia might also be a hint as to another form of him. It might be pointing to where his body is.
That would be interesting.
I would advise you, be careful with this entity. Until we know who or what it is, we really should not be trusting it. You have come this far as you have, and you should be commended for doing so. Very few can actually survive the influence of a demon's spirit upon their own psyche. But I would be very, very careful seeking out any more parts of him.
I'll swear on the moon herself that when the time comes, we'll find out what to do.
And I suppose that is as best as I can hope. Well, I do hope that this has been enlightening. It has certainly given me things to think about.
Yes, and I hope you sleep well.
Like as not, I will be going over my notes and preparing more. But don't let me keep you up.
You humans are entertaining.
When you only live as long as we do, you'll have to make sure you fill it with as much as you can.
Well, have a good night.
Same to you, my friend.
And down to the 3rd floor.
So, with that,
Dun, dun, dun.
shall we take a long rest?
Long rest.
Yes.
Long
Rest.
rest.
In real
Long
life,
Long
too, because I'm
rest.
very sleepy.
All right, Kostya. While we're doing that, and everyone gets ready, make a perception check as your watch.
Okay. 23.
Dun, dun, dun. Need that as
A
a
few hours,
soundboard.
perhaps. A few hours pass. Oop, wrong. You're able to get you're able to at least ways get the benefits of some amount of rest. But as you notice below you, seemingly out of the deeper mists, you watch as, coming around you, a small horde
Ah, shit.
of zombies begins surrounding the tower.
Dun, dun, dun. What a twist.
Are you saying chun chun chun?
Yeah.
I'm saying dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. What a twist.
It's done, done, done. Chun, chun, chun.
I'm saying it the Japanese variant. With a more accenty way. Dun, dun, dun.
It does sound like Chun.
A little bit.
Yep. It's a good thing that all of us don't have easy access to wherever we're at.
Yep.
Oh,
I
boy.
say that ironically because of the fact that technically Kostya is easy access to.
What the heck?
Everyone else can just bar their windows, their tiny windows that they have, while you
Well-
are on the outside.
No, hold on. Kostya has spider climb. If he wants to, he can get to the top of this tower.
And
Can
with
you-
this,
Can you kick the thing down that you're on?
I mean, unless zombies can start scaling walls without any ropes, I don't really have any problem.
They have a
He's far from being.
scaffolding
do
to get
you
to.
really want me to start considering the logistics of World War Z Strahd zombies?
Oh no. No, but
I was
I would recommend you stop talking then.
I was also thinking World War Z. Oh no.
So with that, I think this is as good a place to stop as any. We're just about at 3 hours.
Yep.
So I think that was a pretty good game. What do you think?
Yep.
Lots
Mhm.
of good learning. Have a new form of a party member.
We have a new good boy.
Lots of lore.
Yeah, it's always after the big battle you get lots of lore.
And of course, we get ambushed at night. That's just like every.
And we ended off with
It's a trap!
It's not so
Maybe-
much a trap as anything, but
Maybe we should have expected it and like maybe put some traps.
possibly.
Maybe next time we do a long rest, we put traps
So
down.
this is on a 23. What's on like a critical failure? What's on a nat 1?
Strahd shows up again.
The critical failure would have been you fell asleep and you wouldn't have been able to have seen this, and the zombies would have
Oh.
been in the tower or already around on the scaffolding.
What can they actually do? To be fair, they don't have ranged attacks, right?
No.
So this is probably gonna be really easy. We just kill them one by one. They're coming single line to the
Don't
front door.
tempt him any more than we
But,
have.
yeah, let's not talk about this because Chun is gonna make some crazy zombies. They're gonna start having grappling hooks.
I don't have a face cam for doing this show, but if I did, you would be seeing the widest smile.
Oh no! All right, that's it. Everyone, street's over. It's gone.
One last question: how big are the windows?
The windows are little more than arrow slits.
They're arrows.
So Kostya is very much screwed out there.
Well,
okay.
Kostya is sitting on a bit of scaffolding right out by a big old hole in the middle of the wall.
He's also on the third floor.
Yeah, I could just climb up to the roof of this tower since I have a spider climb. It's fine. I should be like the least one worried because the zombies physically cannot get to me unless you know what? No, we're not doing this again. We're done. World War Z zombies is not happening.
And before my players give me any more silly, terrible, and deadly ideas, thank you all for hanging around, watching, and Dehedro specifically reminding me that I did not change the title of the stream. So I fixed that. Thank you for that. And all you olds watching, we will see you guys in the next one, which hopefully should be in 2 weeks' time. Sunday
And
again
without people
at
missing.
4 p.m. And then we shall return and fight off zombies and possibly even more.
More.
But until then, guys, we will see you at the next one.
Bye-bye.
Have a good rest of your day.